Shawn Clement here from the Richmond Hill Golf Learning Center. And I've had several questions lately. And the issues that actually come up a few times with some of my students that we do in our supervised practice sessions about which analogy do I use the most in the swing? You know, should I use the skipping the stone analogy, where most of you, feel that the right arm obviously is a little independent from the left arm, but if you do it right, you'll feel the whole body involved if you do that like a full, complete swing. But it's very easy to, feel that you're using mostly the right arm and the body is reacting to the movement of that right arm. Whereas if you had, let's say, a sledgehammer, okay? I got a little tool here that I've revived lately called the Colossi Swing Magic. Remember that? So you got this gliding piece here on the club, and I use this as the analogy of the sledgehammer. So if I had a sledgehammer, I would hold it, because the sledgehammer is very heavy, I would hold it in this manner, and it would be much more of a body movement with the arms basically along for the ride. So the question was, which one works better in the golf swing? And the answer is both. Very important to have both. What you're looking for in the sledgehammer analogy is using momentum, right? Feeling that you've got a nice flow of momentum to get the swing going and to feel it in the downswing. So in the sledgehammer, I would toss it up with the body, connect the hands toward the top, and let the weight of the hammer fall through the golf ball. Okay? And use the weight of the hammer to crash through the ball. Now, with the skipping the stone, I take that stone, give it a good whip. Then when I take the grip, sole of the club is the skipping stone, give that club a nice whip, and it feels like it's skipping right off the turf and heading out there. So I get a nice whipping effect. So I use the momentum to create the motion, and once the motion is flowing, then, as I'm getting down here, I use the skipping the stone analogy to swat the club across the turf and towards my target. So there's a little bit of a release of energy and compression there. So it's like you got the flow of momentum going. So let's say, I tell you, you're facing me, and I tell you, extend your hand right here. So I'm just going to walk across your hand. So I'm walking with momentum, click, and I catch your hand. So there's the flow of momentum, let's say, if I'm just letting the club fall from the top of the swing. So it's toss it up, let it fall. Then, once I've got that flow of momentum going, so here's that momentum again coming across, but as I get to your hand, I give it a nice whack. Okay? So, and you would definitely feel the sting of that. And as I'm coming through, it's like a boxer, very relaxed. But at the moment of impact, that arm is like a steel bar. And that fist is a compression chamber, right? So there's a nice amount of compression through the golf ball. So the combination of the two, everything flows. But did you notice through impact how I added that compression, and I can add it as hard or as soft as I want to depending on the shot that I'm hitting. And that's for your central nervous system to take care of. But you can be aware of this, okay? So the question again, you need both. And the varying degrees, so if let's say I've got my 6-iron here, and I'm hitting this wonderful, if you go to the momentum toss video, you'll see that I hit that 6-iron. I can hit it from 120 to 175, and the intensity through impact is what dictates how firmly that ball comes off the club face. So they talk about it on tour as the smash factor, and I would call it the compression factor. Okay, so swing smooth, but you can hit the ball hard. But you've got to have that fluid motion already going, like pushing a kid on a swing. Remember that analogy? Push, wait. You've got some momentum coming down. Then you can give that kid a ride, or you can give the kids a little skittish at the beginning, you give them a nice little smooth little push, okay? So I hope that was insightful and helpful as far as getting the right feel for the swing. And let me know if you have any issues. Now for the lefty, just as a quick analogy for that left-handed player, right, or for a right-handed player, a right-handed person playing golf left-handed, a backhander, it'd be the same thing. The sledgehammer analogy works extremely well, by the way, for you guys. So I use that sledgehammer, and then through impact, I feel like I'm throwing that frisbee instead of skipping that stone, right? So I get that flow going, and then I give that nice frisbee throw, okay? Talk to you soon.